Welcome to Divine Hand for another soulful, insightful, spiritual message. Take what resonate, leave what doesn't. I pre-pulled some cards for our convenience, and with that being said, let's get started, collective. So the first card I pulled it reads, "You are guided towards love that lasts." Okay, so this is basically saying, this is like a message from the universe. Okay, your higher self or your spirit guides are signaling you um to move towards a relationship that is stable and nurturing and enduring. Okay, this is not about fleeing romance, right, but a connection that is aligned with your higher purpose or your emotional needs. Okay, so this is like self preparation before this, love can be manifest. So that's like some inner healing. It may be important to work on like that self love, that healing those past wounds, and clearing patterns that attract temporary or unhealthy relationships. Okay. um this card, it just suggests that your growth and your readiness are the key to attracting a lasting partnership. Okay, then it's all about like patience and timing. Okay, so divine timing is at play here, is what I'm getting. Love that lasts rarely appears suddenly. It may, require discernment and waiting for the right person who resonates with your values and your energy. Okay, so trust the journey. It is unfolding as it should. Okay, and resist rushing or forcing a connection. Okay, recognize true companionship. Okay, um look beyond the surface attraction. Okay, lasting love thrives on like shared values, respect, emotional support, and mutual growth. Okay, so pay attention to the people, someone's actions or people actions, not just their words. Okay, that emotional security is needed as well. Okay, so align your energy with what you truly want in a relationship. Let the fear-based choices or patterns that attract temporary love stay open. Okay, and trust the guidance towards someone who truly complements your life. Okay, is what I'm getting with that. So I pre-pulled some other oracle cards from another oracle deck, and it's the thinking card. Okay, confirmation. Thank you, spirit. So it's the thinking card, right? Someone is missing you, right? They're craving you and desiring you. So this points to this person may be overanalyzing, or perhaps um, you're being guided to pause before acting. Okay. The card I pulled with that, we could be talking about a Virgo, is the Knight of Pentacles. So this represents that patience and that steady progress. Okay, so in like love matters, this suggests that taking it slow, right? Deliberate steps. Okay, so there's no need to rush, right? Focus on building a solid foundation rather seeking instant results, right? Okay, so the next card we pulled was like the High Priestess upright, and this is like using that intuition and that inner knowing, right? Listening to your guides and your spirit team, right? This can be like secrets being revealed to. So this person is thinking because some secrets are being revealed. Okay, and so they're moving in slowly as well with the with the Knight of Pentacles and the upright, right? So balancing logic with your intuition. Okay, just don't just overthink. Just listen to your gut. Is what I'm getting here, right? So pause and reflect when it comes to this person. Okay, because you may be thinking about this person. This person may be thinking about you. um, but there is a need um, to kind of slowly slow and steady wins the race, is what I'm getting. So yeah, we have the Eight of Cups, right? So with that. And so this is basically saying, yeah, move away what emotionally is disappointing. Okay. People that hide things from you, secrets, whatever. Move away from stuff like that. Okay. Um, close the cycle on situations like that. Okay. So the next card I pulled was the loyalty card. Okay. So this is speaking of like that trust and that commitment you need, to God spirit is trying to guide you towards, a love that lasts, and that loyalty is one of the biggest things. You need to trust someone. You need to be able to rely on them. You need to be able to believe what they say, what they tell you, right? And so we have the Ace of Wands with that, right, upright. And so this is like, you know a new beginning, right? Inspiration, right? This signals like a fresh opportunity, passion, energy, okay? This is all about passion, those wands, okay? So, um, this can be like a potential to grow into something meaningful, but when it's paired with the loyalty, it suggests that a new beginning is built on a solid foundation of trust and commitment rather than the fleeing desire or someone just, in and out or fleeing. Okay. And then we have the Four of Wands upright. Okay. And so this is that, that celebration, that stability, those milestones. Okay. In a personal love life, this also often points to like joyful unions or harmony in a relationship or just achieving shared goals. Okay. So you must understand, like, whoever you're trying to build a home with, happy home with, right? You have to be compatible with that, right? Let's get one for this. Yeah, we got the Ace of Swords. So that's the truth, like cutting through the illusions and seeing the truth of, a person, whether they're loyal to you or not. Okay. So this is just like lasting joy, okay? Stability if it's honest, okay? Faithfulness and maintaining that commitment, okay? So the truth of it, you just ask yourself these honest questions, right? And be prepared to have honest answers. Okay? So the next card I have is the Pride card, okay? And so this is basically speaking of, it can be healthy and unhealthy ego, okay? But with this card, it says arrogant, ego, and stubborn. So this is unhealthy, okay? This is definitely unhealthy. This is either like someone around you is operating from their ego, or they need to look good rather than act with humanity, right? Act with integrity. Okay. So there's a need for you to use your discernment. Okay, there's a need for you to use your discernment. The next card we have is the Queen of Swords, right? Cut through the illusions. Confirmation. Thank you, Spirit, right? Cut through the illusions, right? Use your intelligence, right? Have a clear mind, right? Be an independent thinker, right? The truth, the boundaries, making a decision without emotional bias, okay? Cutting through those illusions to see the situation clearly without letting ego cloud your judgment, okay? So, and this is what you're doing, collective, because you see the pride and ego in this person, and so the next card we have is the Nine of Wands. So you're defensive towards this energy. You're standing your ground. Yeah. We got the Temperance card. So there's a need to heal and be patient for a love that is going to last, is what I'm getting. And with that being said, thank you for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one.